I was born with this complexion and I love tattoos, but I would never bleach my skin to showboat my tattoo. Hello people, and welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time on the channel, a special welcome to you. I ask that you check out the rest of my videos. If you like what you see, give them a thumbs up, leave a comment, but more than anything, I'm asking that you subscribe to the channel. One of my subscribers asked me to tackle the tattoo culture of Jamaica. And even though the tattoo culture in Jamaica has been escalating since, I would say, the last 20 years, I would say late 1990s to early 2000, I cannot address the tattoo culture in Jamaica without addressing the bleaching culture of Jamaica. The bleaching culture of Jamaica is something that I already tackled on this channel, but at the end of this video, I will also add it as a link for all of you who haven't seen that video. So, the tattoo culture of Jamaica. Let's first address the tattoo culture itself. To my personal understanding, the tattoo culture is dated back over some 5,000 years ago, starting in the continent of Africa, which is of no surprise to me because in said history, tattoo in itself was originated and noted as identification marks, but at the same time, it was always art. It was always a work of art. So as you know, the history of Africa, there's always been tribal culture. There's always been different sects of people. And for that reason, tattoo and scarring has always been a part of the African culture. But like I said, the underbelly of tattoo, to my personal knowledge, is art and identification. It's something that makes an individual unique. There's scarring and there's tattoo, but I would just branch all of those under one. Even though scarring is not practiced in the Western world, it's mostly tattoos, which is a modification of the body in some ink of writing or drawing. You guys know what tattoos are, so I don't have to go to the definition of what is a tattoo. Some people like tattoos, some people don't. For me, tattoos has to keep its original roots, arts, uniqueness, or an identification. So tattoos that are on my body per se, they have significant meanings. They have personal attachment. All of my tattoos are something that I am either passionate about, something I'm either devoted to, or something that is a markings of something that means the whole world to me. So, the tattoo culture in Jamaica. I wish I didn't have to apply the United States of America with this, but I have to. As a Jamaican, this is my take on the tattoo culture of Jamaica. Up until the late 1990s, or I could even risk it and say mid-90s, tattoos were not a craving in Jamaica. Modification of the skin was actually something that Jamaicans would snare upon. So it was not a big thing. However, the United States of America has always had a big influence on the island of Jamaica. And it was only in the mid-90s, late 90s, when the hip-hop culture of the United States of America started to take their place on the world stage. It started to become more popular, more televised, more people starting to be aware of the hip-hop culture. The hip-hop culture has always been merged with fashion. The hip-hop culture has always been merged with a certain look. Each artist had to have a certain look to them. Each artist had to have that unique identity. So it first started out with clothing fashion, hats, shoes, sweatshirts, jewelry, and so forth. That was the 1980s, 1990s hip-hop identity, the kind of clothes that you wear, the big rope chain, the brimmed hats, the baseball cap, the tilted, the backwards wear. That was the hip-hop look, the baggy clothes. And as the culture emerged, tattoos starting to become a part of the hip hop culture. And like I say, Jamaicans have always admired and looked up to performances out of the United States of America black culture. And Jamaica, in my personal opinion, has adapted the tattoo culture from the United States of America, and their hip-hop celebrities, their rap celebrities, their rap artists. Let's go back a little before hip-hop and rap. Let's go to pop. Michael Jackson was the king of pop, and Michael Jackson, as everybody know, was born with very dark skin. And as Michael Jackson became wealthy and wealthy, for one reason or another, Michael Jackson felt the need to bleach his skin, dilute his skin. And Michael Jackson, over a certain amount of years, converted from black to white. Again, the Jamaican people found that as something appealing, the bleaching of the skin. The person who asked me to do this video used Vybz Kartel as an example. Vybz Kartel, like Michael Jackson, was born with very dark skin and felt the need that now that I'm popular, now that I'm a celebrity, I'm just gonna bleach my skin. And the difference between Vybz Kartel and Michael Jackson is Vybz Kartel is way younger than Michael Jackson. So by the time Vybz Kartel found stardom, it was a hip-hop era, it was a rap era. So Vybz Kartel kind of leaned towards tattoos all over his body. Anybody that has a stage, anybody that has a following has the power of influence. So Vybz Kartel is an influencer, and the rest is history. A lot of people, a lot of other artists that follows after Vybz Kartel believe that it is okay to bleach my black skin and put tattoos all over my skin. Again, this is not about Vybz Kartel. Vybz Kartel did not start bleaching, and Vybz Kartel did not start tattooing in Jamaica. I'm using Vybz Kartel only because he's probably one of the biggest celebrities in Jamaica known to have bleached his skin and have tattoos. Like most art, I have different taste in different types of art, you know. So some people like abstract art, some people like landscaping art, some people like human arts. There's a variation of art just as much as there is a variation of body modification. There's a variation of tattoos. So it depends on what one taste is. I can tell people what they should scribble or draw on their body from what they shouldn't. I just personally believe that tattoos should have significant, passionate meanings. I believe that tattoos should have some intimate definition, some personal definition, something that tells something about you as a person without you opening up your mouth. As you must have seen, like I have, there's people with a variation of scribbles on their body, and there are people out there with beautiful work of art over their body, inked in a variation of colors. Okay, with the bleaching culture, let me touch this because I almost forgot. With the bleaching culture and the tattoo being blended together, I do see where they're going with it. They're going with the fact that the lighter my skin is, the more my tattoo will show up. That's the vanity of it. I was born with this complexion, and I love tattoos. But I would never bleach my skin to showboat my tattoo, because the tattoo have a deeper meaning to me than actually showing it off. So let's say I was 3-4 tones darker. Would I still have tattoos? The tattoos that I have, I would still have them. Why? Because the initial reason why I had those tattoos was for myself. They were not so much for the public. However, if I should one day go to the beach, the thing is, doesn't matter how dark you are, if you have a tattoo or if you have a scarring, it is there. It is the modification into your skin, so it's there. I understand that it's not visibly there, and some people may have to look closer to see your tattoo than how they would have to look to see another person's tattoo. So a lighter skinned black person, yes, their tattoo shows up more. A white person, yes, their tattoo shows up way more, even especially when they use colors like blue and red and yellow, which doesn't show up very good on a dark skin of any pigmentation level. How do I feel about the tattoo culture of Jamaica? I believe that it is a copycat culture from the United States of America, but at the same time, I believe that it's a culture that black people in a whole should be aware of and should probably research the history in it and see the significance of tattoos and where it's coming from. In my opinion, tattoos are beautiful work of art, especially when they're done properly, and they have a significant cultural meaning underlying, and I'm speaking of its origination. To my understanding, tattoos go as far back as 5,000 years. That is the oldest mummified body with tattoos that researchers have discovered thus far. Who knows, it's probably go way back, but from my understanding, over 5,000 years. And I'm proud to learn that that origination was from the continent of Africa. I watch a lot of documentaries, and even today, in Africa, there are some groups of African that still believes in body modification. Some believe in scarring. Some believe in ring wearing. Some believe in wearing big lip rings or earlobe rings. But I understand that in modern society, a lot of the practices that black people originated or used as their own identification or their own style of art is being snared upon, and the farther we move away from old practices is the more civil we appear to be. But at the same time, I respect anybody who believes that they don't want to mark their skin or they should mark their skin. To each their own. As you know on this channel, people, I appreciate thumbs up and thumbs down, agreement and disagreement, because at the end of the day, people, each one teach one. You've reached the end of my video, and that in itself is a support that I truly appreciate. And while I'm at it, I will take this time out to let you guys know other ways that you can support my channel. The first and simplest way that you can support my channel is by giving this video a thumbs up. And the second and most important way that you can support this channel is by hitting that subscribe button and subscribe to my channel and follow me through my YouTube journey. Other ways that you can support my channel is by going to my Teespring online store and buying some of my merch. And another way that you guys can also support this channel is by joining me in Patreon to give me a contribution to support what I do on YouTube and what I do to entertain you guys. Once again, I want to thank you guys for your continuous support and ask that you join me, Ian T. Sebast, on YouTube and see where my journey takes me. Until next time, people, peace.